What's good? April is here, cherry blossoms are in full bloom, and spring is here at last. Now, first things first, let me talk about this series. Thanks to Twitter's new algorithm, I've just been seeing a lot of discourse and not a lot of gaming information or news this past month. Things haven't been looking too good for me to be able to relay accurate gaming news or information. That said, I will try to keep this series up for as long as possible. Just know that it may move from a monthly series to a whenever I can series. You may end up seeing one video one month and two videos another month. It just really depends on what happens throughout the month. But with that out of the way, let's get into it. First things first, we've got several new videos about Tekken 8. A few more returning characters have gotten some trailers, including Jin Kazama, Jun Kazama, Zhao Yu, Jack 8, Lars, King, Martial Law, Paul, Leroy, and I'm sure many more by the time this video comes out. If you've been watching these past few videos, you'll know I've been hyped about Tekken 8. There's not much more I can say besides the fact that I'm excited. Yes, Tekken 8 footage will go on the channel. Maybe one video, maybe several. And based on the footage, it looks like I'm gonna be a Jun Kazama main. Let's go! In the same vein of fighting games, we have a rough release time for Street Fighter 6, being just under 2 months from now. We also got some footage of other returning characters. Cammy has spawned an entire art trend along Twitter with one simple back arch pose. This trend was so huge that even the devs or social media team spoke up about it. We've also seen some gameplay between Cammy and Manon, the two main waifus of this game at the moment. I personally think the movement and fluidity of Street Fighter V was actually really nice, so I'm hoping this game feels as good as it looks. Street Fighter content may also come to the channel. I'm gonna have to brush up on that a little though. Big Run has come and gone, and our most recent Splatfest just concluded. The topic was which team you thought actually existed, and the teams were the Loch Ness Monster or Nessie, Aliens, or Bigfoot. And somehow a stick in the water beat Team Aliens. I mean, if you want to get technical about it, we are aliens ourselves. But anyways, the more impressive part about this Splatfest was the embarrassingly low amount of players on Team Bigfoot, coming in at just 8.69% of the active player base who voted, or a mere estimated 800,000 people out of the 10 million players worldwide. This is the lowest amount of votes a Splatfest team has ever gotten by far. Truly an accomplishment. At least Big Men can take home the trophy for the least liked team in Splatfest history. Speaking of Big Men, he teamed up with the Squid Sisters to bring us a new song titled Liquid Sunshine. It's one of my favorite tracks in Splatoon's recent music history. I also encourage fellow music nerds to look at some behind-the-scenes footage about some of the new songs from Splatoon 3. It's not much, but what little is there I find really interesting. Next up, we got the announcement of Persona 5X, aka what I like to call it, Persona 5.8. This is the 8th time we've gotten 5 tacked onto something Persona related. We're never getting Persona 6. Half-Life 3 will come out before Persona 6. Anyways, Persona 5X is a gacha game. If you're unfamiliar with this game genre, this is a luck-based game style where you spend either real or in-game currency to basically roll a character slot machine. With that, you have a chance of getting new characters to assist with combat or utility in your party lineup. Now, even though this is still Persona 5, it will feature plenty of new characters and relationships to form. The Persona 5 part comes from the setting being the same, and the characters that can be summoned, including characters from the original Persona 5. I'm sure this game is going to be fun, but I'm personally not a big gacha gamer. If you get into this game, try not to go overboard. It's really easy to lose track of your wallet when you participate in these kinds of games. I love Persona 5 to death, but I'm just gonna save myself some money and heartache. But also in other news, Overwatch is about to get a new support hero, Lifeweaver. who has this really interesting, albeit kind of funny looking flower aesthetic. He seems to have a dash similar to Tracer or Genji, can summon flower platforms, and can even grab teammates and save them from falling. His ultimate summons a giant flower, which I'm assuming pulses out healing waves and cleanses negative effects on teammates. He's also the third confirmed Pride representative in Overwatch, apparently being pansexual. Neat little tidbit right there. Just a couple weeks ago, we got some huge news about The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Mr. Aonuma revealed about 15 minutes of gameplay that included showcasing several new pieces of gear and abilities. Overall, in addition to the 4 main runes of Breath of the Wild, we got 4 new ones that can be used anywhere in the map. Some to even help you construct weapons from random equipable items to make things like hammers and extra long spears. You can even construct vehicles that can fly or drive along the ground. You can essentially swim through rocks and ceilings with one of the abilities. You can even reverse time with one of the runes, which can allow you another way to reach the floating islands. Speaking of, these floating islands are entirely new to the game. They feature their own enemies and topography to traverse through. Additionally, though we've yet to see anything explicit, I'm sure the world of Hyrule has changed significantly on the surface. The game releases in just a matter of months, and Mr. Aonuma even mentioned that development is complete. This is going to be a day one grab for me, and it will appear on the channel from start to finish, hopefully. You guys know I never complete games, but we'll see with this one. Honestly, I am going to try this time. And let me not forget that there will be a special Tears of the Kingdom Nintendo Switch console, Pro Controller, and carrying case, which I think look really cool. I'm too broke to afford an entirely new console, but I think this is worth your money if you don't own a Switch and you want your first experience to be with The Legend of Zelda. And that's all the news I really care about for this past month. I'm gonna implement a new section at the end of these videos where I showcase art that I found on Twitter. It'll either be along the bottom of the screen or maybe along one of the sides of the screen. I'm not entirely sure yet. I'll figure it out in editing. With the implementation of this new AI-generated content, I wanted to take time to legitimately show my support for actual artists who I believe have a lot of talent and definitely are related to the video that I post. So I'll throw them up as I sign off for every video from now on. I wish I could financially support every artist that I see on Twitter that I really like, but I'm a college student. This is the best I can do, honestly. Anyways, yeah, go check them out wherever they are. Their usernames should be on screen. And yeah, with that, I'm gone.